In the canvas of human relationships, there exists a phenomenon that cuts to the core of our social nature, the experience of being a throwaway person. This term describes individuals who find themselves unexpectedly and inexplicably cast aside by those they once considered close friends or confidants. Imagine forging deep connections with others, sharing meals, offering mutual support, confiding closely, the laughter in good times, shared sorrow in bad times, and opening your home to them. These relationships seem to embody the essence of true friendship, characterized by trust, vulnerability, and shared experiences. Then, without warning or apparent cause, these same friends become unreachable. Calls go unanswered, messages unread, and invitations ignored. The sudden silence is deafening, leaving the affected person grappling with confusion, hurt, and a profound sense of disposability. This experience goes beyond typical relationship drifts or natural distance that can occur over time. This is not about arguments or clear catalysts for separation, and it's not pandemic-related or moving to another country. Instead, it is a perplexing and painful ghosting by once close friends. The concept of being a throwaway person raises uncomfortable questions about the nature of human connections in our modern world. It challenges our understanding of loyalty, reciprocity, and the very foundation of what we consider friendship to be. As I look into this phenomenon, I explore its psychological impact, societal implications, and the complex emotions it evokes in those who find themselves labeled either by others or by their own wounded psyche as disposable in the realm of human relationships. Without reason, the absence of explanation deepens the wound of abandonment. Those who find themselves in the position of a throwaway person are left to navigate a sea of unanswered questions, each crashing wave of silence eroding their sense of self-worth. The mind races, desperately seeking a rational cause for such abrupt disconnection. Was there an unnoticed offense, a misunderstanding blown out of proportion, or perhaps a fundamental flaw in one's character invisible to oneself but glaringly obvious to others? Yet the cruel reality is that sometimes there is no discernible reason. The lack of closure denies the comfort of understanding, leaving a void filled only by self-doubt and speculation. This ambiguity can be more painful than a clean break, as it denies the opportunity for growth, apology, or acceptance. It's a peculiar form of emotional limbo, where the affected individual is simultaneously present in the memories of shared joy and absent from the current lives of those who once claimed to cherish them. In this reasonless exile, the throwaway person must confront the unsettling truth that human connections, no matter how deep they may seem, can be fragile and unpredictable. The arbitrary nature of their abandonment challenges fundamental beliefs about friendship, loyalty, and the inherent value of individuals within social circles. It's a harsh reminder of the complexities of human behavior and the sometimes inexplicable choices people make in their relationships. The struggle to move on. In the wake of inexplicable abandonment, the journey forward is fraught with emotional turbulence. The void left by once cherished friends yawns wide, a chasm of silence that echoes with unanswered questions and unspoken goodbyes. Each step away from this abyss is a battle against the gravitational pull of memories, the weight of shared laughter and tears threatening to drag one back into the depths of what once was. The heart, resilient yet wounded, beats a rhythm of conflicting emotions. Anger flares hot and bright, a defensive flame against the chill of rejection. Sadness seeps in, a relentless tide that threatens to drown hope. And underneath it all, a quiet, persistent ache of longing, for closure, for understanding, for the warm embrace of friendships that now feel like ghosts. Moving on requires a painful recalibration of one's social world. Trusted confidants have vanished, leaving conversations unfinished and future plans abruptly terminated. The struggle lies not just in filling the empty spaces left behind, but in rebuilding the capacity to trust, to be vulnerable, to believe in the permanence of human connections. Each new interaction is colored by past hurt, requiring a delicate balance between self-protection and the courageous act of opening one's heart once more. In this liminal space between past and future, the throwaway person grapples with their own identity. Who are they without the reflective validation of those who knew them so intimately? The journey forward is not just about healing, but about rediscovering and redefining oneself in the absence of those who once seemed essential to one's story. Survival. In the depths of abandonment, the throwaway person faces a primal battle for emotional survival. The world, once vibrant with connection, now feels barren and hostile. Every memory is a double-edged sword, cutting with both nostalgia and pain. The very air seems to whisper accusations of unworthiness, each breath a reminder of rejection. Yet in this desolate landscape of the soul, a flicker of resilience refuses to be extinguished. It's a tiny flame, wavering and uncertain, but stubbornly alive. This is the essence of survival, not a triumphant march, but a trembling step into the unknown. The throwaway person must learn to cradle this fragile light, shielding it from the harsh winds of self-doubt and the suffocating darkness of isolation. Moving forward means embracing a terrifying paradox. To heal, one must risk being hurt again. It's a leap of faith into a void with no guarantee of safe landing. The throwaway person must summon the courage to extend their hand once more, knowing it might be met with emptiness. They must speak their truth. Even when their voice quivers with the fear of silence, they must open their heart despite the scars that whisper warnings of past betrayals. This journey of survival is not marked by grand gestures or dramatic transformations. It's found in the quiet moments of self-compassion, in the gentle unfurling of hope amidst despair. It's in the bittersweet realization that to truly live, one must be willing to feel deeply both joy and pain. The throwaway person learns to carry their wounds not as burdens, but as testaments to their capacity for love and connection. Survival, in its rawest form, is about reclaiming one's narrative. It's about looking into the mirror and seeing not a discarded friend, but a person of inherent worth and limitless potential. It's about understanding that while others may have chosen to walk away, the choice to keep moving forward belongs solely to the throwaway person. In this act of choosing life, of choosing connection despite the risk, lies the most profound form of defiance against the label of throwaway. As the throwaway person steps into the unknown future, they carry with them not just the scars of past rejections, but the hard-won wisdom of their journey. They move forward not because the path is clear or safe, but because the alternative, to remain frozen in the pain of abandonment, is unthinkable. In this courageous act of continuing, of daring to believe in the possibility of genuine connection once more, the throwaway person transcends the very label that once defined them. They become not just survivors, but beacons of resilience, their light a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Stronger, a life beyond the unknown. From the ashes of abandonment, a phoenix of self-discovery rises. The journey through the darkness of rejection unveils an inner strength previously hidden, a resilience forged in the crucible of emotional turmoil. As the throwaway person emerges from the shadows of their past, they find themselves not diminished, but expanded. Their capacity for empathy, self-love, and genuine connection deepened by their experiences. A newfound appreciation for authentic relationships blossoms. The throwaway person learns to cherish those who choose to stay, who weather the storms of vulnerability alongside them. There's a profound joy in rediscovering trust, in allowing oneself to be seen and accepted fully. Each genuine laugh shared with a new friend becomes a victory, a testament to the heart's ability to heal and open once more. The lessons learned through this crucible are invaluable. The throwaway person develops a keen intuition for sincerity in others, their experiences having honed their ability to discern genuine connections from superficial ones. They learn to set healthy boundaries, to value their own worth independent of others' validation. Most importantly, they discover that their capacity to love and connect remains undiminished, a wellspring of strength that no external rejection can deplete. This new chapter is marked by a sense of liberation. Free from the constraints of others' expectations, the throwaway person is empowered to define themselves on their own terms. They pursue passions with renewed vigor, finding joy in self-expression and personal growth. Relationships, both old and new, are approached with a balance of openness and discernment, each interaction an opportunity for meaningful connection rather than a potential threat. The scars of the past remain, but they no longer define the throwaway person's future. Instead, they serve as reminders of the journey traveled, badges of honor that speak to their resilience and growth. The pain of rejection is transformed into a wellspring of compassion for others who may be struggling, and for their own past self who weathered the storm. As they step into this stronger version of themselves, the throwaway person realizes that they were never truly thrown away. Rather, they were set free to discover their own worth, to forge deeper and more meaningful connections, and to live a life authentic to their true self. The unknown that once loomed as a threat now beckons as an adventure, full of possibilities for growth, love, and self-discovery. In this new light, the throwaway person stands not as a victim of circumstance, but as the author of their own story, one of resilience, hope, and the enduring power of the human spirit to not just survive, but to thrive in the face of adversity. The path ahead, the resurrection of the discarded. In silence, friendships fade to black, no reason given, no way back. A throwaway person, alone and lost, wondering at the hidden cost. Questions echo in the void, trust and memories destroyed. The heart, a battlefield of pain, struggles to beat whole again. Through darkness thick and hope so thin, the journey to survive begins. Each step a fight, each breath a choice to find again one's inner voice. From ashes of abandonment rise embers of enlightenment. Scars remain but do not bind as strength emerges, redefined. In solitude, a self-renewed with wisdom hard-won and accrued. The path ahead no longer dim but bright with possibilities within. No longer thrown away but free to write a new life's poetry. From depths of loss to soaring height, a phoenix reborn in its own light.